following film is aimed at first-year executive education students at the University of Waikato Management School. The idea is to give you some practical advice on how to communicate more effectively in your group assignments. In this film, we talk to a group of current students in the Postgraduate Diploma of Management Studies and hear about some of the challenges they face in working with others on group assignments. We role-play some examples of the types of issues identified, then finish off by offering some communication tips and tricks to overcome these problems when you strike them yourself. Matt Cooper, second-year postgrad diploma student. Tell us some of the issues that you've struck in working with groups in your studies.
Well, Chris, I suppose the key thing is most probably when you first find out who your group is, you're always wondering who that person's going to be. Then it's around the logistics of how you're going to get your task done. And I think one of the key things is, you get your task, the logistics of how you're going to make it work. But the last thing, I suppose, is the contributions. You're just wary about the different contributions that your team are going to make.
Our next student is Bernie Witchman. Bernie, tell us about some of the issues you've struck in group work.
It can be difficult because you don't have time to form relationships, so you've just got to really get into it as quick as you can. And that can be held up by things in terms of emailing each other, getting in touch with each other to really hit back ideas quite quickly. And so consequently a lot of your personal time can be used up on ineffective group work if you're not careful.
And our final student is Julie Pullman. Julie, tell us about some of the issues and challenges you've struck in your studies at the university.
Oh, I find it really difficult, particularly when you're working with first-year students, and particularly at the beginning of the year when you with a new group and your group decides that they want to meet, or one or two people in the group decide that they want to meet multiple times during the week to go over the presentation, or they want to get together at university and do research together, or if they decide that they'd like to do the toughest topic because they want to learn something rather than focusing on a topic that we can all work with so that we get a good mark.
Now let's look at some students who are embarking on a group assignment. We'll be looking at 3 scenarios: commitment, communicating, and time management.
Okay, so look, in order to get this done, we're going to have to, you're going to have to step in there, Matt, and do that bit that we've asked you to do.
Yeah, I need to signal to you all that I'm doing, unlike you guys, I'm doing 2 papers a week. And I've also got tremendous challenges going on at work at the moment, so it's going to require my full attention.
So Matt, let's have a look at what everybody's thinking. How do you think that went?
Not very well, Chris. It looks as though that I've really frustrated and angered my group with my attitude in the way that how busy I am.
I think you're right. I think you've lost face in the group, and it's going to be really hard to come back from where you're at. So maybe let's try that again. One technique that you can use to avoid this sort of situation is to put yourself in other people's approach your communication from the other person's point of view. So perhaps let's try this again and just give other people the opportunity to talk about how busy they are. Okay. Should we try it again?
Absolutely, let's do it.
So, Matt, in order to get this group assignment done, we really need to get that bit done by next week, or next Wednesday.
Absolutely, Chris, and I know that you all 3 are really busy as well, and I'm really keen to understand how's everyone's work pressures and wanting to work with you. I am available this Wednesday.
So sounds good to me.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work for me. I can spare an hour.
Right, that's great.
So how did it go this time, Matt?
That was a lot better, Chris. From a really negative approach from me to asking more questions and finding out what their needs were, because their needs are just as important as mine. I thought the response was a lot better.
Okay, so we're all ready to start our assignment?
Yeah. We'll be close to go.
We're there.
Well, actually, I know it's been 2 weeks, but this topic I'm struggling with and I'm not feeling it. Can we change topics?
So how do you think that went, Bernie? Having a look at everybody's speech bubbles there.
Oh, I'd have to say that went badly.
Any idea why?
Quite a few. I haven't been exercising probably very effective communication whatsoever.
Sure. Well, let's just have a think about the 4 principles of effective communication. See if we can put them into practice when we try this again. So be direct, be clear, use reciprocity and immediacy. Okay? Ready to try again?
Sure,
Good
thanks.
luck.
Okay, so we know which parts of the assignment we're doing?
Yeah, I think I know.
Yep.
Oh,
right.
guys, cutting to it in here. I'm struggling immensely with this. I know we've had a very short period of time, but I'm wondering if you can help me and if you guys can give me some insight so I can get up to speed really quickly.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay, let's look at that.
How did it go this time, Bernie?
Oh, I think it went a lot better. Absolutely. Using the principles of communication that you told me to.
Yeah, I think you did really well. I think you were direct, you were very clear, you explained what was really bothering you, you allowed the others to give you feedback and have an equal share of airtime, and certainly immediate, in that you weren't allowing the issue that was bothering you to sit any longer. So well done.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, how are we going with this latest assignment? Just about ready to nail it?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Oh,
close.
no, I think we need to meet at least another 3 times before we're ready for our presentation. We want an A+ for this, so, that's just not good enough.
Julie, this is ridiculous.
Oh, come on, Matt, what do you mean it's ridiculous?
So look what everyone's saying, Julie. What do you think's gone wrong?
I think they got the wrong idea. It feels like I was obviously too aggressive with them in that situation. That wasn't really what I meant.
Well, often in a conflict situation, there's a first order conflict and a second order conflict. So perhaps we need to look at what's really bothering you in the situation that's causing you to want to let so often.
I really need an A+ in order to pass this paper, and I'm frustrated with them because I don't trust them to do the work that they're saying they're going to do.
Great, so that's the second order conflict in the situation, and that's what we really need to address with the group. So let's try that again, and this time try to take responsibility for how you feel and share that with the group. See how you go.
Okay.
Okay, team, we're ready to now finalise this assignment. You good? Yep. Happy?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm feeling concerned that we haven't done enough to get an A+ in this group, in this assignment.
Oh, you've got to be joking, Julie.
Well, you guys have all worked together before. I haven't worked with you, so I don't know exactly where we're going with this. I'd like to meet together at least once more to get our presentation sorted out so that I can feel really comfortable about getting that A+. I need to get a really good mark in order to complete the paper.
I actually think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could always do it with an A+, I really need it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
No, that's fair, Julie.
Great,
Okay.
thanks.
How did it go this time, Julie?
Actually, that felt a lot better. I was able to take responsibility for my feelings in the situation and say that rather than have the conversation escalate into conflict.
Absolutely, and I think the difference that time as an observer was that the real issue was out on the table, so the group were able to talk about the trust issue that you had and that not everybody knew each other well, and that really you did need to work together more if you were going to get the A+ that everybody wanted.
Yeah,
Well done.
thanks.
So what have we learned? The most common challenges we've identified for Exec Ed students are commitment, communication, and time management. In all 3 examples, you can see that good communication is critical to your group succeeding. Some techniques that we've demonstrated are giving face by taking the other person's stance, being direct and clear and using reciprocity and immediacy to get your message across, and taking responsibility by telling your group how you really feel about an issue so that you can all address it openly. We hope that these techniques will be of use to you in your executive education study, and of course we hope that the advice we've given you has earned us an A+ for our course. Thank you for your time.